Hello, everyone. This is Ma Rose Jam Essentials. How are you all today? I want to talk to you all about self acceptance. I'm working on it as well. Self acceptance. I know you may not believe this. Uh, People who know me may not believe this. Self acceptance. There is a difference between just going up just going along your daily path and just going along doing what you do, going along your what you do. And then there's a difference of when you wake up and realize that self-acceptance is a strong word. Today I'm talking about self-acceptance. For a long time, I had not accepted who I am and who I know I am. And I am what I am because I am what I am. And that's all that there is who I am. And I have always been who I am, who I know I am. So I'm talking to everyone out there as far as acceptance. I'm constantly working and learning about self-acceptance. You go along majority of your life not accepting yourself. And I have trouble with this for a long time. Accepting who I am and acceptance. And no, today I do not want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about voting. I don't want to talk about Biden or Trump. I'm on my spiritual path. My spiritual path of I know I have a gift. I have a gift and a spiritual gift to give the world. I've known that for a long time. A long time I've known that. I had no way of knowing or going about it of how this would fit into my life, my spirituality. And my spirituality is that I had to learn and constantly, and I mean constantly talking about and learning self-acceptance, loving myself, loving myself. For a long time, I grew up just being pushed in the forefront. Being pushed in the forefront. You're the oldest. Go ahead, do it. You know what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. Do what I'm supposed to do. Do what I'm supposed to do. When I had to battle that within myself, self-acceptance. And then it would come to me at times when I know what I have, and I know I have a gift of self-acceptance, and I can help others. And I knew it was a way whereas I could help others. Whereas I could help others with self-acceptance. You remember that song with Kurt Franklin? He was saying the hurt, the shame, the guilt, all of that I had to battle within myself and constantly battle within myself. I was self-acceptance. But I know I have a gift to give. For a long time, I kept getting here on YouTube. Didn't have a clue sometimes. Didn't know how I wanted it to come out. Didn't know how I wanted it to come out. Didn't know how it was going to come out. But I know I have a gift to give the world, and I'm to help the world with my spirituality gift. And you know when 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 you know that you have a gift to give. And I know one of my gifts, my main gifts, is self-acceptance. No, I don't have on a wig today. I don't have on a lot of ton of makeup, lashes. No lashes, no any of that. Because I'm here now learning, constantly learning myself. I know I can manifest things. A lot of people can manifest things. There's some people who can't manifest things. Well, I'm here to tell you and to help you and guide you along the way. My name is Ma Rose Jam Essentials. I know I have many gifts. I have many gifts. But they really wasn't in order because I just know I had them, you know. I used to read so many books when I was younger about spirituality, the Buddha, the running water, or the Dalai Lama. I would read them books for a long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The inner you. I am who I am. And I make no qualms about it or mistakes about who I am. Now, no one knows everything. No one knows everything because it's so much and there's a lot to learn. And Beyonce had a movie a while back, and it said, if you can remember the video, at the beginning of the at the beginning of the video, there were some animals talking. One of the animals has said, "How do you know what you are?" And the other one animal said, "I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing." And the other animal has said, "What do you mean you're nothing? Everyone's something. Everyone and everybody is something." And the other one has said, "How do you know who you are when you don't know? How do you know who you are when you don't know who you are?" To that effect, if I'm saying it okay, if I'm saying it all right, if I'm saying it to the way the video goes, but go back and look at the video, you'll see what I'm saying. But, and I had pondered about that for a long time. I mean, a little while. When I heard the video, I just said, and I come to find out, everyone is something. Everyone on this earth is something and has a gift to give, and a gift to help the world and guide the world. And there's so many ways to be gift that can help the world. I have nothing to be, nothing or no one to be but me. I am who I am. And I am all that I am because of the universe. And self-acceptance is something that I learned and constantly learn. I'm constantly learning this self-acceptance. You know, I would grow up and people say, "Oh, she's cute. Oh, she's fine." But, you know, just the outside of a person, that doesn't show what the inside of the person and who they are. That doesn't get down to the core of the inside of the person of who they are. So self-acceptance, that's what I was talking about today. I'm getting some clothes together. I'm getting my clothes, I'm putting them together, you know. So if you see clothes around, that's what I'm doing, putting clothes up. See that? Hanging up, putting up clothes. And self-acceptance, I'm not ashamed of it. We go through a lot of things in this world with the mayhem of going around in this world with things going on every single day. There's a lot of things that go on in your life. The hassles of the going and the comings of the running around in the world, and then you have to sit and see who you are. I give appreciation to Source. I give appreciation to the universe. I give appreciation to that. My family grew up church. Get dressed, go to church. Get dressed, go to the church. Get dressed, go to the church. Get dressed, go to the church. Well, I always felt something was off. Myself, and I have always felt something was off about the church. It's like, okay, all right. Well, I'm here to tell you, I don't care. I don't give a darn, because when you get on this journey and this road path and this path that I'm on, you will no longer care about having a friend, dropping a friend, because there going to be some people when you get on this journey who's not going to accept you anymore, who's not going to accept you. Oh, God this and God that and God this and God that. And with people like that, I nod and, okay, all right, God, okay, all right, I would agree. But no more. No more. This is my journey. This is my journey. My self-acceptance. And you're going to lose a lot of friends, as I just said that before. And I don't care if I lose a lot of friends, because this is my journey, my life. My life. You remember that song by Billy Joel? I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. That's what I want to talk about today on YouTube. Self-acceptance. And why am I doing YouTube? Because I know I have a gift to give, and a gift to constantly give myself self-acceptance and constantly enhance my gifts of self-acceptance. And I know I'm to be a spiritual teacher. I know this. I know this so much, that I'm to be a spiritual teacher. It's deep down in me, in my being, that I'm to be a spiritual teacher. That I know. That's without a doubt. And my mom recently passed. And I would talk so fast sometimes. Talk so fast. And my mom would say, how can you give to the world? How can you give to the world when you don't know how to formulate a sentence to understand, how can I put this? When you cannot formulate a sentence or people can't hardly understand you because you speak so fast, they don't know what you're talking about. I've learned that I have to slow my wordings down in my thoughts so I can say the right thing. So I be able to talk to other people who are like me. Because there are a lot of people like me. A lot of people like me. And there are some people that's not. But there are a lot of people who like myself, who struggle with self-acceptance every day, who struggle with being their true self. I put in here on Facebook, it's in somewhere in there, I put in there where I have been on a spiritual path for a long time. And I wasn't going to waste any more time. I had wrote that ahead of time, saying that I wasn't going to waste my time anymore on doing stuff for other people that doesn't benefit me or that doesn't benefit my spiritual path and what I believe in or what I know is to be right in this world for me. So, this is Ma Rose Jam Essentials. See my plaid pants? Yeah. I'm putting up, I gotta put my clothes up. But that's what I want to talk about today, you all, was self-acceptance. Learning yourself. And I'm constantly learning myself. It's something I learn about myself new every single day. For a while, the light had went out of my eyes. I'm not saying like dead. Of course you all know what I'm saying. You all know what I'm saying. the joy, the gleam, the spark had went out of me. Literally went out of me because I was at a point whereas I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what road do I go down. I don't know. At first, for a while, the spark had went out. My children was like, "Ma, you okay? You okay?" Yes, I'm okay. Thank you. I'm glad I have my children. I so love all of my children. Each and every single one of them, because each and every single one of them displays different gifts. They're their own unique selves in their own unique way. And I'm not gonna say some people do. I'm not gonna say that I have a special child or no child to me is special. I mean, of course, all children are special. Let me let me fix that. All children are special. What I'm saying is, all of my children, I don't love one child more than I love the other. So that's not what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying, if that came out right. I love all of my children equally the same. Some people treat their children, this one is better than that one. No, they're all your children to help you. They're all little parts of you. As Michael Jackson say, you're just another part of me. And that formulates with something else also in a way. But we'll get into that later at another time. But that's what I wanted to talk to you all today about, self-acceptance and being on my true path. And I love it and I enjoy it. And sometimes it takes a tragedy to wake you up. My mom had died. My mom died. She was my best friend. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly. My mom still is, even though she's gone. I have recordings of my mom's voice. I'm so glad I have that. I'm so glad I have recordings of her voice and recordings of her laughter. I'm so glad I have that. But that's what I want to talk to you about. Self-acceptance is something that you learn. You have to learn. And I'm constantly transforming myself each and every single day. You know, it took a while. I'm constantly learning. So I love you all. Adrian, Michelle, Mays, I love all of you. And my rosebuds. I want to thank you for all of my views that I've had, or anyone who has been watching me. I have 10 subscribers, and I am so grateful to all 10. 10 is a good number. Well, 10 is a number that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of my views, you know. And I know in due time, there will be people who come along in my life to help me with, pardon me, y'all. There will be people who come along and I lost my train of thought. As far as the technology is concerned, I'm in a transition of learning technology more to get more faster. But Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, when I had to sit down and I decoded my name many times. But recently when I decoded my name, I just knew that I was a spiritual teacher, and I know that I'm to help other people, because there's other people in this world that's like me, that deal with self-acceptance. You know, Kirk Franklin, he say that song, Kirk Franklin, when you deal with the hurt, the shame, the guilt, you deal with it and you move on from it. You move on, because you can't keep carrying that over and over and over and over and over again. You can't keep carrying that along, or you will never grow. I'm also going through a phase at this time. My mom passed. I know I'm a spiritual teacher, and I know I have many gifts. I knew at a certain age that my life was going to change. I knew that. And I was talking to my daughter, my oldest daughter. And I had said to my daughter, I said, you know, at this age, at a certain age, which is close to the age I am now, which is the age I am now, which is none of your business, YouTube, not yet. I'm not ready to share that. But I knew that at a certain age that I was going to change, because I just know this. I just knew it. It's in me. I knew that I was going to change at this certain age. But I didn't know that my mom was going to die at the age that I knew I was going to have to change. But sometimes I guess change is needed to grow. And nobody. My mom dying. It's a big change. It was a big, 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 big change. But I guess that's what was needed in order for me to really be who I am and all that she taught and all that she have taught me and all that I knew I am. And my spiritual gifts. My mom would ask me different things. Or different people would ask me. Or do I feel it or do I know it? Or what do you think about that? But self-acceptance. I accept myself. And yes, I'm still like my Janet Jackson. I still with a scarf on everything. An older Janet. But that's what I wanted to talk to you all about today. Self-acceptance. Ma Jam Rose Essentials. Okay, Rosebuds. I'm going to talk to you till next time. Okay? Because my nose is running and I want to clear my face. Thank you, Rosebuds. And thank you, YouTube. And thank you for making such a device